Hi everyone, welcome back to another edition of 4x4 Fab Shop. And today we're going to talk about multi-process welding. So if you're looking for a ideal welder to put in a small fab shop or your garage or anything like that, and you're going to want to do a little, possibly some TIG work, or maybe a little MIG, right? If you want to do a little production welding, MIG is a great source for that. Maybe you like doing stick welding. And all of our consumables are going to be from Rockmount welding supplies. You like this kind of stuff? Please remember to subscribe. If you have any questions about the Rockmount welding supplies, that's all in the descriptions. So let's check it out. Now for our multi-process, we're using the Miller 220. And the reason why I like this machine is that it's got really good support. And as you can see here on your menu functions, you have quite a few menu selections. You know, you can go all the way through flux cord, you can MIG stainless, MIG steel, a couple different settings for gas, MIG aluminum, TIG aluminum, TIG steel and stainless, and you have stick welding. If you're fairly new to welding, you can turn on your auto set and you can go in and tell it what your wire size, your material thickness, and it gives you some ideal settings. And then you can adjust within those parameters, and it'll tell you by the bullseye what they think is your ideal setting. So several of them have this, so the Miller isn't the only one. And if I come over here and hit the TIG pedal, you'll see the machine automatically switches over to TIG. It'll go to my last settings that I used. And if I'm switching back and forth, let's say maybe I'm tacking with one and welding with the other, I hit the MIG gun and I go back to MIG. Now the one thing I really like about this multi-process setup is I can easily, if I wanted to just tack with the TIG welder, now I like that I can just pick up the TIG torch and tack, and then come right behind it with the MIG. You go back and forth real easy. TIG, MIG, whichever you want to do. Now whether you like my welds or not, that's not the point of the video. The fact that I can easily go from the MIG to the TIG really works out nice. Now I really like the TIG functions. In an effort to try to become a better welder, I've tried to do more with the TIG. The Miller 220 has one other nice function to it, and that would be AC, so I can also weld aluminum. It has what is called its Pro settings. You'll see that at 120 Pro set. Seen me weld some aluminum on the channel here recently. I really like TIG welding aluminum. And once again, this isn't a how you weld video, but you can do aluminum, you can do steel, TIG, right? We did MIG. The biggest thing about the machine is the versatility. Now, the one other nice part about at least this machine, I know a lot of others, it'll do 220 and it'll do 110. And it'll do flux or gas, you know, whichever you want. I'm not going to show you how to change out wire and stuff like that. This is more about a multi-process machine versus going out and buying a MIG, a TIG, and if you want to do aluminum, you have to buy a TIG that will do AC and DC, or at least a spool gun that you can run off of this. Now actually, let me show you the stick functions of this. Okay, so when you want to run stick, you have to unplug your TIG torch, plug your stick in. So these Rockmount rods, they give you an amperage range. Now these are 1/8 inch Polaris rods. So it comes down here and says for 1/8 inch, 90 to 130. So I'm going to, we're running 1/4 inch material, so we'll put it around 100. Now I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not a stick welder. I'm just showing you a function of this. The rods make me a far better stick welder than what I really am. Alright, so we are a Rockmount affiliate. So just like we use the Polaris MIG, these are Polaris rods. Right? They come with everything on. They'll even tell you, what they are. They'll tell you they're Polaris AC DC rods, all positions. So I think I could probably use a little more amperage, but for someone who's welded about 6 rods all year, definitely need more work on the stick. Alright, so what do you think? That was this multi-process welder. So I love that Miller 220 because for me, I'm a garage welder. I don't do this all day, every day. My welds obviously would be better. I would hope to be better if I did this day in and day out. But this isn't a how to weld video. We build a ton of stuff in this garage. Nothing's ever broke, and the quality of welds are getting better with every project. So I think that Miller 220 is an excellent machine for a shop like this. It's a small fab shop. MIG, TIG, stick, AC, DC. It does pretty much everything. Once again, there's several others out there. So if you want a different brand name, it's up to you if it's blue or yellow or red. Or the value is being able to do all the processes without having all the other equipment out there. One machine that can do it all, and then you kind of grow into it. That machine will weld far better welds than I can put into it right now. So you just get you a couple tanks of gas. You can even weld flux core for a while if you want to. But if you like any like the rods that we used here, these Rockmount rods, whether it's the Polaris MIG, the Polaris TIG, we use a lot of the tartan as well when we TIG weld the rock sliders and stuff like that. The Neptune for the aluminum. Check out Rockmount. We'd appreciate. Let them know that the 4x4 Fab Shop sent you. So if you like this type of stuff, check out some of these videos. So if you have any questions on like some of the PPE I wear, like the respirators and helmets, there's a video on this channel just for that. So I'll see you in one of these videos that pop up here. Been another edition of 4x4 Fab Shop. Please remember to subscribe. We'd appreciate it. Thank you.